It's time to get into bullshit. And man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I couldn't wait to get to this story. I can't lie. Because it's amazing to me that this is taking place the way that it's taking place. That this is happening the way that it is happening. And it's the Drake and Kanye West situation. Shout out to the boy Sean C. I YouTube recommends a lot of his videos to me. At least they used to recommend a lot of his videos to me. I mean, he makes some pretty good content. I just never did like a deep dive, but I definitely seen his content pop up in my feed as something to be recommended. So we're gonna check out this video about the Drake and Kanye West beef, because apparently, it won't go away. It won't go away. So let's see some of the breakdown that our boy Sean C has to say.
I've been trying my absolute best to ignore this Kanye West and Drake controversy over the last few days. I talked about Trippie Redd's album the other day, didn't mention the Drake song, didn't mention the Drake shot that he took at Kanye. I didn't mention anything about it because I just didn't want this to turn into anything. But I didn't want to make a thing because maybe I'm just looking too deep into stuff. Not long after that, Kanye posts this Joker message in a group chat that has Pusha T, Drake, Macklemore, Stevie Wonder is in there texting. I don't know why. I'm obviously joking. Why would Macklemore ever sully himself by being in a group chat with these peasants? He sent Drake a message and screenshotted it saying, "I live for this. I've been fucked with by nerd-ass jock niggas like you my whole life. You will never recover. I promise you." Now,
Time out. Kanye out here calling Drake a nerd ass jock isn't that oxymoronic? How can you be a nerd jock? I've never heard of let me take that back. There are nerd jocks, i.e. Richard Sherman, one of the smartest people to step on the football field. There are some smart nerd jocks. But that's just a weird comeback. That's just not a comeback, that's a weird, knock on somebody. You're a nerd jerk. So I'm smart and I'm athletic. Cool, I take it, Kind of explains me. I'm not a total jock, but I am a smart individual. I just don't get that. Well, you're a nerd jock. I've been messed with by nerd jocks my whole life. Like, how many nerd jocks are there really out there in the world for Kanye to feel like he's been abused by them? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a facet of the world I've never met, but hey, go on, Kanye.
I read this immediately in my mind. I'm thinking, you know what? Kanye does have a point. Drake is the only nigga you could call a nerd ass jock. No, he's right in that Drake will never recover from the Pusha T diss. He will never recover from it, okay? That's just true. It's just facts. Drake will continue to have an extremely successful career. Drake will continue to accomplish many feats, but he will never recover from that beef back in 2018, okay?
He kind of got a point. Drake already dealt with the ghostwriting allegations, and Meek Mill did not strike Drake the way that Pusha T did. Pusha T was strategic with everything that he did. That's what made his diss. That's what put a dent in the arm of Drake. Because all my friends know me. I feel like I was one of the first people down here listening to Drake, and I used to tell these guys like, nah, he's next. I used to say this over 10 years. This was about like 2007, 2008-ish. When I first found out about Drake. And ever since then, I've been a Drake fan. From the first time I heard him, I said, wow, he amazing. He's good. He got talent. He's different. At least he was different from what I was already listening to. So, I mean, he just stuck out for me. And him being around Lil Wayne, I said he was going to be next. So when that issue happened with the Pusha T situation, a lot of people came to me and they were like, hey, look at your boy. What's up with your boy? What's going on with your boy? I was like, hey, look, personally, I thought Drake diss was better overall, but he more so took shots at Kanye versus addressing the Pusha T situation. So that also made him look bad. But the issue of Kanye for him was bigger than Pusha T, and Pusha T was his guy. And so we're going to let Finish Line display.
Let's just leave that out there. Now, I don't know what way to interpret the image. Are you calling Drake a clown, or are you saying that you are dangerous and you need to be looked out for? I would assume it's the latter, because then Kanye goes on not long after that to post Drake's address. Drake's address is already public, right? I didn't know this, so immediately when I first saw him do this, I thought he doxed Drake, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. That is 100% not Christ-like. Like, Drake, was that in God's plan? Because I don't think so. But people put me on to information saying that this information was already public. But the thing that annoyed me about Kanye doing that was that even though the address is public, there's probably a vast majority of people out there just like me who didn't know. And then there's going to be another subgroup of people out there who aren't like me that may want to do something with that address. I don't know. Apparently, from what people tell me, it's been a tourist attraction in Toronto for a while now. Lots of people know where it is. So I doubt Drake is there very often, he or his family, but just knowing that that is a place, one of his properties where he could reside, and you put that information out there for a bunch of people who likely didn't know, even though the information was already public, just looks weird and leaves a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth. Sure, the information is public, but I guarantee y'all would look at this different if Drake decided to post Kanye's address. Even if Kanye's address is public, if Drake did it, I guarantee y'all will have a different reaction to this. I don't know if people in Kanye's fan base mentally disable him to a point where anything he does is justifiable. Meanwhile, if he receives any attack, people look at it as like a punch amplified times a million. It just seems to be an incredible double standard for a dude who's been the first to admit that he's tried to thwart Drake's success with a record with another one of the biggest rappers of all time.
Watch the drum. If this nigga wasn't putting pressure on us like that.
Knowing that this, I don't really.
All right, so I got to pause that. I definitely tried to pause it a couple times in between, but he kept getting to the point. So back when Drake was going on, I mean, when Kanye West was going on in rants, when they said he was having a mental breakdown, apparently he was spilling too much information about what was actually going on in the background. Drake apparently had these guys so shook that they had to do Watch the Throne. He said in that rant, Watch the Throne would have never happened if they didn't feel like Drake was being pushed on them, or Drake was that threat. He was next. Which is, I mean, I love Kanye. I do. I really do. But that's kind of bad. That's like not believing in your ability yourself. I'm a huge Kanye West fan. I believe as an artist, Drake's probably the only person you could probably put on that level of Kanye when it comes to artistry and the amount of different types of styles and music and things like that. Drake's his only competition there. But Kanye's been a production genius his whole career. So for him to feel like during those times when he was still scorching hot, I'm talking about scorching hot, Kanye was that guy at one point in time. Especially early on in Drake's career, he was still that guy. Drake looked up to him. Drake wanted to be more like him. He wanted to work with him. So it's just crazy to me. It's kind of like the conversation I had with my cousin when he was on for the last episode. And I said, if you believe in your ability, you know, not everybody should worry you. Because if you strong in your ability and you believe you're actually that guy, nothing anybody's going to do is going to change that. If I'm Jordan, when I'm running, who going to come beat me? When I'm Kobe and I'm running, who going to come beat me? Even LeBron to this day, even for all the shots I take for LeBron, he's the best. He is the best. KD impact is not on the same level as LeBron James, totality, career-wise. Giannis impact is, Giannis could potentially get there because he's still so young. But yeah, some people, when you secure in what you are and what you do, it's nothing anybody can change about that. It shows insecurities when you have to manipulate and change your behaviors because you're worried about the next man. And that's something I would have never expected from Kanye West.
Want to say envy, but fear of growth of another artist and fear of potential of another artist has existed for over a decade. Makes me look at Drake as way more of the victim in this back and forth than Kanye. I'm probably wrong on this, but Kanye also dropped an image on his Instagram basically leaving, I don't know, like a mask in what looks almost like a driveway. So I don't know if Kanye was there and he had on a ski mask and then he tried to send a message like, bro, I was outside, I was gonna rob you. I don't know what he was trying to do. I don't think think it would have ended well had Kanye tried anything. If he was there, Drake's house is probably stacked up with security like a thick bitch on a Thursday. I wanted to, in my mind, kind of understand why this beef had reignited. What drew this back? Because at least from what I've been thinking recently, Kanye and Drake had stopped sending shots at each other. It's only when these two are about to drop music when this beef starts to reignite again, which is why I understand why a lot of people probably say, oh, this is fake, they're doing it for publicity, blah blah blah. But after Drake's exposure via the Pusha T back and forth, him being exposed for having a kid, and his reputation looking really shaky as him being presented and outed to people as a deadbeat father, I don't really think that would have went over that well. I don't think Drake needs publicity for an album release. Kanye, as a billionaire, makes the least of his money from music at this point, I'm pretty sure. So there really is no benefit to doing this for anything fake. But as I said, I wanted to understand why these two are beefing again in the first place. And the first time, it seemed that Drake had flown out to Wyoming and talked to Kanye, and Kanye got him out there essentially to get information from dude. So here we are, back at it again. This is a Complex article, and you know this is important right now because I never like to read Complex articles, but this is from Eric Skelton. Shout out to this man. I want to read him putting together what this could be about as it pertains to release dates, because there is a reason that we have not gotten this Kanye West drop. There is a reason. We were supposed to get this mid-July, and here we are a full month later with no confirmed release date for this finished.
Y'all remember when Drake said, niggas gotta move off my release date, huh? He was talking about a specific person. A specific person. They gotta move off my release date. Crazy.
Donda album, and it seems as if he's waiting for something else to happen, possibly a Drake drop so he can try to outshine him. I don't know, it's creepy. So here we're reading July 20th, rumors surface that Kanye and Drake are friends now, blah blah blah. We have people from the outside looking in talking about they friends, but nobody really fucking knows shit. Okay, Kanye's rollout for his new album began. People speculated that someone might get petty, leading to Donda and Certified Lover Boy dropping on the same day. A couple days later, Consequence, who is a former Good Music label signee, says we looking for a Drake drop date. This was just one day after Kanye had missed his July 23rd release date and 2 days after the first listening session in Atlanta. So Drake basically said, boom, bitch, get out the way. August 5th, Kanye adds his lyrics on Donda. Now, this is from a perspective that hasn't heard anything about Donda, so I don't know if he added lyrics or not, but this is what the article says. I would like to think that Eric wouldn't just come on Complex and lie like this, trying to get me off my Q's and P's. Isn't it P's and Q's? Why can't losers never lose in peace? Ain't nobody around me losing sleep. Better find God for he find me. Oh my, this line is fire. Oh my God, I can't wait for Donda.
He not lying. That bar was fire. 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 Move out the way of my release. Try and get me off my Q's and P's. Why can't losers never lose in peace? Ain't nobody around me losing sleep. You better find God before he find me. Ugh. Nasty. Ooh, spicy bars. I like this. I like the lyrical competition. I'm looking forward to these albums because they definitely taking shots at each other. There's no way around it, especially now. Both of them still working. Both of them still in album mode, so I can't wait to hit. You know Kanye West is not done working on an album till he feels he's done working on an album. So he's going to continue to work and work and work and add things and change things until he feels like he gets to the point where it's perfect. That's why I love Kanye West production. Production wise, he's the GOAT to me.
Drop anyway. Oh wow, now that I'm reading this line, why can't losers lose in peace? Ooh, that sounds like a direct Drake shot. Ooh, hold up. Members of Drake and Kanye's camp exchange words on IG. See us outside. So these are Drake and Kanye's mans that are going back and forth about sneakers. Y'all niggas old as hell talking about sneakers. Oh my God. But again,
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know. The Drake shoes, I mean, probably depend on what angle you look at them from. You know, they're not the worst shoes. They aren't Jordans or nothing, but they ain't the worst shoes. I done seen some weird shit from Kanye, and he makes that shit work. So I'm just saying, with the right amount of clout and notoriety, you can make a lot of shit work, and Kanye's been proof of that. He got people out here wearing expensive homeless clothes.
I need to read this because I'm just trying to rationalize why there is still Drake and Kanye tension in 2021 in a pandemic when everybody got fucking kids. Drake takes an additional shot on Betrayal, the Trippie Redd album, Trip at Night. Ye ain't changing shit for me. It's set in stone. Consequence comes back again. Like, I don't know why. Like, it's like the niggas that be around these rappers.
So for y'all who don't know Consequence, he is one of those ghostwriters. He is, as somebody like to say, I'm your ghostwriter's favorite ghostwriter, something like that. He's that guy. He definitely has helped Kanye West pen some of the greatest songs in his discography.
Are like 2 feet tall, and the rappers themselves are like all 7 feet. And everybody that are on these rappers' teams are literally underneath their balls holding up their dick so they can walk around. It's crazy the amount of fights that these niggas are willing to get in before their mans even takes a shot. And this is how we get back to this point right now. I honestly do think, and this is my personal opinion, that Kanye West has been waiting for Drake to drop so that he can drop. Now, do I think there is a confirmed certified lover boy release date? I don't know. Drake can say that Ye's not changing anything and that it's already set in stone, but Drake also has the luxury of never having told anyone when it's going to come out in the first place, okay? Outside of that January initial release date, Drake hasn't said anything about when the album was going to drop. So he could say, yeah, he's not changing anything, but it's not like we would know. The more I think about it, it's kind of a pointless bar. It's not like I can confirm when you had planned to release your album. You didn't tell anybody. And the majority of the shots that have been taken from Drake have at least been musically, at least in this Kanye back and forth, which I prefer because this internet shit is just getting weird and it makes everything very confusing. It's crazy in this screenshot. Kanye is really passing himself off like the victim when, just in my opinion, just me, you started this years ago. You've been fucking with this nigga for no reason because you're afraid of his potential. And this is coming from a nigga that prefers Kanye over Drake. Why did
Yeah, Kanye bugging on this one. He's definitely bugging on this one. Again, I love Kanye West. I think Kanye West is he is in rarefied air when it comes to artistry. He is in rarefied air. I ain't know Drake had them that shit though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that kind of, I forgot all about Kanye West saying, watch the throne happen because, you know, Drake's there. Cause Drake out. He's getting them scared. He got them scared. Oh man. It's your boy DJTheParkBoy, and I'm here with a special product for you. I got some Delta 8 weed from JK Distro, and I'm saying it's amazing. It's clean, smokable, and the best part is they deliver it right to your door. Because of the 2018 Farm Bill, it's now legal for them to have Delta 8 weed sent through the mail. That's right. And if you use promo code FLOSS1, you can get some clean, smokable weed sent to your door. Direct. You have options. You go right there to jkdistro.com. You look at all the strands they have, which is a lot. You can even get you some edibles. You can get you some wine. Anything in between you can think of. And you put in promo code FLOSS1, you're going to save you 20%. So go ahead, hop on that now. Make sure it's in the description.